Welcome to Top Rope Television. I'm your host, Craig Stagner. December 11th, this past Saturday, heroes still exist at CrossFit Republic, Missouri. This show was every bit as exciting as we thought it would be, maybe even more so. Not only did we have 6 exciting matches, including a tag team event and the ICWF Heavyweight Championship on the line, we had a preliminary match and special guests from the ECW and WWE, former Tough Enough head trainer Al Snow. First off, get things started, the Buns of Steel, Jay Fowler, with a return to the ICWF, taking on the big man, Tanner Keeler. This event... Heel hook by Buns of Steel, but driven into the corner post. A big belly-to-belly suplex by Tanner Keeler. 1, 2, 3, the pinfall. Tanner Keeler with the big win over Jay Fowler. Next up, Gary J taking on this mysterious man, Herzog. Herzog goes into the corner, rolled up by Gary J. Goes for the pin, only a 2 count. But Herzog comes back with a mighty slam. Is he going to have enough energy to cover? He does. 3 count. The victory. Herzog pins Gary J. Next up, Billy Tipton takes on Christian Rose.
1 fall 20, the referee Jeff Edinburgh.
The force ring in this town is about to skyrocket. Hefty, hefty, hefty! I'm sorry, does anybody here actually think this guy's gonna bust me up?
Christian Rose goes for the kick. Oh, a big miss by Billy Tipton. A little showboating by Christian Rose. Takes the big boot. Oh, vicious right hand by Rose. Oh no, what's he going to do? Oh, big slam into the middle turnbuckle. Oh, a vicious kick to the face. 3 count Christian Rose with a pinfall over Billy Tipton. Next up, 2 of the biggest men in the ICWF. AJ Kazana takes on Camaro Jackson.
You suck, my underwear is showing!
Kazana putting the boots to Camaro Jackson. Going up top. Oh, big elbow by Camaro Jackson. The fireman carry. Vicious slam by Camaro Jackson. The cover. And a 3 count. The pinfall victory for Camaro Jackson over AJ Kazana. In one of the most highly anticipated matches of the night, the tag team of Big Joe Helms and the Merc taking on Derek James and Cade Fight. But wait, Derek James was a no-show. He sent a message earlier in the day that he would not be there. Was he making excuses? Well, according to Big Joe Helms and Merck, he was. But nonetheless, Tommy Dean filled in for Derek James. Here's what happened. Big Joe's calling for Tommy Dean to come back into the ring. The Merc sends him in. This can't be good for Tommy Dean. A second attempt at the big slam by Helms. This time it works. Joe Helms goes in for the cover. And that's a win for the tag team of Big Joe Helms and the Merc. After the big pinfall by Joe Helms, the Merc grabbed the mic, and this is what he had to say.
You know what would have made me even more stoked if Derek James had been here like he was supposed to be. But Derek James did what Derek James does. He ran. He runs. He runs so far away, he runs all night and day. He ran away from the Battle Royal that Joe Helms had won, only to sneak back in at the last minute and steal an elimination. He had Cage Fight help him run away from Joe Helms when they had a one-on-one encounter not 2 months ago. And tonight he ran from the consequences of his actions by choosing not to show up.
Where you at, Joe? Squash him like a bug.
Derek James isn't going to be able to run anymore because it's awful hard to run from someone when you're tied together at the neck with a steel dog collar. Joe, I'd let you get your revenge if your dance card wasn't full with a title match on February 19th. But I would be more than happy to beat Derek James like a whipped dog all around this building on February 19th. And all Terry Zeller has to do is make it official, and it will be Merc versus Derek James in a dog collar match. And Merc is going to get the job done.
There you have it. Big Joe Helms gets his shot at a heavyweight title, and the Merc will take on Derek James in a dog collar match February 19th. In our main event, Mighty Micah gets his shot at the ICWF Heavyweight Championship, taking on your champion, Brawler Morrison.
The definition of hoss fight, the defending ICWF Heavyweight Champion, the Fight God, Brawler Morrison.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 14 minutes 55 seconds, the referee has disqualified Brawler Morrison. Here is your winner, Mighty Micah.
ICWF General Manager Terry Zeller has seen enough and enters the ring to confront the controversial champion Brawler Morrison.
Hey, Brawler Morrison, wrestling god? I don't think so. You're in here shoving officials, cheating to win. That's not the way we do it here, man. We don't do that. Brawler, you like doing things the hard way? The next show, February 19th, you're going to do it the hard way. No disqualification match. You should be scared. No disqualification, February the 19th. Get out of my arena.
Our special guest, Al Snow from the ECW and the WWE and former head trainer at Tough Enough. Al Snow was kind enough to sit down with me after the matches for this interview. Fans, I'm Craig Stagner with the ICWF, Independent Circuit Wrestling Federation, here on Top Rope Television on YouTube and social media. This was a very special night that we had here. The heroes still exist, and that was a pretty good indication as to who our special guest was going to be. This man is a wrestling legend, but is no stranger to, as he so modestly put it, being at the right place at the right time. But wrestling legend, Mr. Al Snow. Al, thank you for being here with us. What did you think of the show tonight?
Oh, I enjoyed it very much. A lot of great young talent, and like I tried to encourage the audience at the top of the show to, spread the word and build support for these young athletes because, it's I'm sure it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. One or two of them will probably be the next WWE superstar or AEW star, that they'll be watching on a national television show. So they can say, hey, I knew them win.
Right. Now, how many years did you professionally wrestle all told?
This May 22nd will be 40 years.
40 years. So you were 1982, 82 when you started wrestling.
1982. Yeah, May 22nd of 1982 was my first match. And I've been lucky enough and blessed enough to do what I love to do for the last almost 40 years.
I'm curious that now in some aspects with social media you can promote yourself.
Yes.
Do you think that the young wrestlers now have it easier, harder, or is it just different than when you were coming up?
I think there are clear, defined differences. They've not reinvented the wheel. They like to all believe that they have, but they haven't. And so in some manner, some things are the same, but in other ways, it's a lot better. There's a lot more opportunity, and there's a lot more money to be made. And they do have social media. They can make themselves into an attraction, as opposed to, like in the old days, we were totally 100% reliant on getting on some kind of television to really sell the product, which is ourselves. And now they've got, if they're smart and they're creative, which I'm sure they all are, they have a social media that they could use to really build themselves into who knows what.
It's really a fortunate thing now with the social media. I mean, the rise of the social media influencer and that kind of thing, it's that you can get on and make something of yourself. But where it's tough is, so is everybody else has that same opportunity. So you really have to do something to stand out.
Well, that's true in any vocation. Is that if it's a vocation worth doing, then there's going to be competition to do it.
Right. I'm curious, and I don't know if you've told this story. I'm sure you have. Where did Head come from?
Well, we met in New Britain, Connecticut. Our eyes
okay.
locked, and we knew it was true love. We've been together ever since, and it's just been a fantastic relationship.
So it's almost a 40-year relationship.
Well, no, not for Head and I. No, I
Okay.
mean the career was, but Head and I got together in the '90s, I think. So.
Wow.
I
Okay.
was a little more mature at that point. You know what I mean? And
Well,
I was ready for a relationship at that point that I wouldn't have been if we'd have met earlier. So.
great. Is there any of the now? You get around great, and I say that as a compliment because this is a tough sport. I see guys that are 20 years old that are limping here. Is it tough? Do you still train quite a bit to stay?
I do. I train quite intensely, and I do quite frequently. The hardest part for me nowadays as I get older is the recovery, which, I'll go a good 3 or 4 days, and then I'll hit that one day where I gotta, not only is it like I gotta take a day off, but I'm exhausted. It's not like it used to be. But then if I get the one day off, then I can go back right back to it again.
I think it was said once in a song, "I'm not as good as I once was, but I'm still good once as I ever was."
That's right, yeah. And that's all I need is just once. That's all I really need, yeah.
Is there any of the when you were coming up through, there was anybody that was like your particular mentor, maybe not directly, but somebody you really admired that you were like, that's who my...
Well, there were a lot of guys that I admired and tried to emulate to some degree or another, take aspects of. But there was Jim Cornette was a great mentor to and a couple other noteworthy people were as well. But the real teacher is experience, because it's the best, but it's also the worst because you gotta screw up to get it. You gotta mess up the lesson to get the lesson, and that just, I was able to mess up a lot and still keep going.
Life is kind of like working out. When you're working out, you're breaking down that muscle to make it stronger.
Sure.
And you almost need those mistakes to get stronger.
Absolutely. That's the most amazing. As I've gotten older, I really realize, that's the most amazing thing about being a human being, quite honestly, is, and this will sound very philosophical, but, if you apply that thought process that, you place your body under stress or duress when you train so that your body grows back and adapts. But that applies to everything and every aspect of your life. When you are placed under stress and duress, you'll adapt, you'll change, you'll develop, you'll grow, and you'll be able to now something that 10 years before would have maybe broke you. Now you can handle with ease because you've went through other challenges.
That's a great point from someone who isn't just saying it but has lived it. Do you have a social media page or link or something that our fans can follow you on?
Yeah, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, even TikTok. I'm the real Al Snow because there were some fakes. And listen, you can be an imposter. It doesn't bother me. It actually flatters me quite a bit. I'm going to send you a message and go, hey, why don't you aim the bar higher? I mean, if you're going to fake being a celebrity, be like Brad Pitt or George Clooney or something.
Well, nobody's trying to pretend they're either one of us. They want to be you.
But I don't know if they want to be me. They're like, hey, we can get in under the radar on this guy. We'll just slide in there, and people will think that we're him.
So
but I don't think you're going to get over that much.
So the real Al Snow on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter.
Yeah, Al Snow on Facebook, but the real Al Snow on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I'm the real Al Snow. So.
A huge thank you to our sponsors: Just for Parrots, Number One Taco, Triumph Tattoo and Shred Company, L&L Vision, ProFab Motorsports, and ORP TV. Don't forget, February 19th, CrossFit Republic, Missouri. Tickets go on sale February 1st. 2 title matches plus a dog collar match. You do not want to miss this. For Top Rope Television and ICWF, I'm your host, Craig Stagner.